Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that Luna Nozowa, Lisa Yamada, might have died and came back from the dead. But this might truly be the end for her. That's because her aunt Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, is clearly going to take matters into her own hands, the same way she did with her sister Poppy. During the most recent episode of the hit CBS soap, Lai lunged at Luna and made it pretty clear that she's not here for her games anymore. She told her to stay put in the apartment, which she clearly didn't do. That's why Lai is ready to get rid of Luna altogether. But this time around, her death won't be faked. Lai is going to make sure her niece leaves this fictional town of Los Angeles behind no matter what. Of course, B&B fans certainly did have a lot to say about the matter on social media. Some have even commented with, "Lai is strangling Luna exactly like she tried to strangle Poppy." Again, repeating the same scenes over and over. Excuse me, it's Nozowa power. She should be a superhero, so yeah, that's her signature move. Another critic wrote, "It's amazing what you can accomplish when you're recovering from a gunshot wound and in a comatose state." Maybe Lai got bored sitting there staring at her and decided to change her hair color as a surprise for when she woke up. And then there was this comment as well. "If Lai strangles Luna, I think everyone in that room would let her. She's already declared dead. I guess maybe Sheila would turn her in." For months now, Luna Nozowa has been at the very center of some of the most twisted and dramatic storylines the bold and the beautiful has seen in recent years. Her meteoric rise at Forrester Creations, her turbulent love life with R.J. Forrester, and her family's complicated ties to Lai, Jack, and Poppy have kept her name on every fan's lips. But the latest rumblings out of Los Angeles suggest that the end might finally be near for Luna, and it may not be the graceful exit anyone was expecting. From backstage tension to on-screen heartbreak, the cracks are starting to show, and Luna's world could collapse in ways that leave permanent scars on the canvas. Let's dive into the possible endgame scenarios for Luna, and what it means for the future of RJ, Lai, and even Hope and Steffi. When Luna first came to Forrester Creations, she was a wide-eyed fashion student with limitless potential. Her designs wowed Ridge, Brooke, and even Steffi, who can be notoriously protective of her turf. Within weeks, she went from intern to a key member of the design team, a move that raised more than a few eyebrows. But the meteoric rise also painted a target on her back. Forrester is a company built on family legacy, and Luna, though talented, was always an outsider. The more praise she received, the more resentment built beneath the surface. Thomas, who once ruled the design department, was suddenly forced to share the spotlight with a newcomer. Even Steffi bristled when Luna's fresh ideas threatened to overshadow her established leadership. As is always the case in the world of B&B, success comes with enemies, and Luna may have made too many too fast. One of the biggest anchors in Luna's storyline has been her romance with RJ. On paper, they seemed like a perfect match, the carefree, artistic son of Ridge and Brooke paired with the sweet, ambitious designer in training. They shared dreams, late-night brainstorming sessions, and promises of a bright future together. But the cracks in their relationship started appearing early. RJ's tendency to lean on his family name created tension. Luna, on the other hand, wanted to earn her way. Add in the constant meddling from Lai, who never truly accepted Luna or her mother Poppy, and the relationship became a battlefield. Lately, rumors swirl that RJ's loyalty may not be as solid as Luna once believed. Hope, still reeling from her messy breakup with Thomas, has been leaning heavily on RJ. And while RJ insists that Hope is just a friend, the chemistry between them hasn't gone unnoticed. If RJ strays, Luna could find herself not only heartbroken but also isolated in a family that already saw her as an interloper. If there's one force more dangerous than Sheila Carter in Los Angeles, it's Lai Nozowa when she feels betrayed. For months, Lai has made it clear that she doesn't want Luna or Poppy anywhere near her carefully curated life. Lai prides herself on control, discipline, and perfection. In her eyes, Poppy is the family's wild card, and Luna is the living reminder of choices Lai would rather forget. Now that Luna's presence at Forrester has become impossible to ignore, Lai may be preparing to strike. She's already whispered doubts about Luna's talent, questioned her loyalty, and even suggested that RJ could do better. If Lai ramps up her crusade, she could manipulate Ridge, Steffi, and even Brooke into turning against Luna. It wouldn't be the first time a character on B&B was sabotaged into exile, and Lai has both the cunning and the ruthlessness to make it happen. Behind the glamour of Forrester Creations, scandal always lurks in the shadows, and Luna may be just one revelation away from total destruction. There are whispers that Luna's parentage might not be as straightforward as Poppy has claimed. Jack Finnegan's name has been thrown around in hushed tones, and if it's revealed that Luna's father is tied to the already fractured Finnegan family, the fallout could be nuclear. Imagine the shockwaves if Luna turns out to be Finn's half-sister, or worse, if her paternity exposes an affair that Lai tried to bury decades ago. Not only would Luna's career crumble under the weight of scandal, but her very place in Los Angeles society would be destroyed. And in the world of the bold and the beautiful, once you lose your family name and reputation, you often lose everything. As Luna struggles to hold her life together, RJ's bond with Hope could prove fatal to their romance. Hope is vulnerable after the collapse of her relationship with Thomas, and RJ has been her safe harbor. The late-night talks, the comforting hugs, the reassurances, it's starting to look like something more than friendship. If RJ crosses the line, Luna may not recover. Losing her boyfriend to Brooke's daughter would be the ultimate humiliation, one that would likely push Luna out of Forrester, and maybe out of Los Angeles entirely. The cruel irony. Brooke has spent years feuding with women like Taylor, Quinn, and Shauna over Ridge. Now history could repeat itself as Brooke's daughter inadvertently steals the love of Lee's niece. The ripple effects would be devastating for every family involved. Fans can't help but draw comparisons between Luna and Flo Fulton. Both were introduced as fresh faces with strong ties to established characters. Both were given significant screen time and high-profile romances, and both eventually became expendable when their storylines hit a wall. Flo's exit was quiet, too quiet, some fans argue. One day she was a central character, and the next she vanished with Wyatt, leaving little behind. Could Luna face a similar fate? A hasty write-off, with her heading back to school or chasing a design job overseas? Or will her end be far darker, tied to scandal, betrayal, or even tragedy? No conversation about the bold and the beautiful is complete without Sheila Carter. Though her focus has been on Finn, Steffi, and Deacon, Sheila has a habit of inserting herself into situations where chaos brews. What if Sheila takes a sudden interest in Luna? Perhaps she sees Luna as a pawn in her endless war with Lai. Or maybe she senses Luna's vulnerability and decides to exploit it for her own gain. With Sheila, motives don't need to be logical, they just need to be destructive. If Luna finds herself in Sheila's crosshairs, her end might not come from heartbreak or scandal, but from something far more sinister. So how might Luna's story actually end? Here are the top contenders. The quiet exit. Luna leaves Los Angeles to pursue a design career abroad after her relationship with RJ implodes. The scandalous reveal. Her paternity is exposed, destroying her credibility, and leaving her with no place in the Forrester or Finnegan family. The tragic exit. In true soap fashion, Luna could meet a violent or tragic end, perhaps as collateral damage in one of Sheila's schemes. The redemption arc cut short. Luna tries to fight back against Lai and prove herself, but the pressure becomes too much, forcing her to walk away from everything. The surprise twist. Instead of leaving, Luna could transform into a darker character, using manipulation and schemes to secure her place. But if the show isn't ready to commit to that, her exit could be swift. No matter how Luna's storyline ends, the ripple effects will be enormous. Archie will be devastated, especially if Hope is partly to blame. His guilt could shape his next romantic arc. Lee may feel vindicated, but her ruthless tactics could alienate Finn permanently. Poppy would be shattered, perhaps even seeking revenge against her sister. Hope could once again find herself branded as a homewrecker, sparking conflict with Steffi and reigniting the eternal Logan versus Forrester war. Finn may be forced to choose between his mother and his cousin, deepening his own identity crisis. Luna may be the one in danger of leaving, but her absence would set storylines ablaze for months to come. Soap fans know that the end rarely means forever. Characters vanish, only to return years later with new faces, new secrets, and new agendas. If Luna exits now, it may only be temporary. A few years down the line, she could return older, stronger, and ready to reclaim her place. But in the short term, the writing on the wall suggests that Luna's days in Los Angeles are numbered. Whether through heartbreak, scandal, or tragedy, the girl who dreamed of designing gowns at Forrester may soon be saying goodbye. Luna's arc has been a roller coaster, filled with promise, betrayal, and family feuds. But the bold and the beautiful thrives on reinvention, and not every character is meant to last forever. If this truly is the end of Luna, fans should brace themselves for fireworks. Her downfall, whatever form it takes, will reshape the landscape of the show, sparking new rivalries and leaving scars that could last for years. Because in Los Angeles, endings are never just endings. They're the beginning of something even more dramatic. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and BAUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.